Alright, you guys. So this is gonna kickstart my pregnancy test video up until we find out we're pregnant or something else, different or whatever. I don't even know. It is 4:12 a.m. right now. I'm never up this early, ever. But Tim's mom has a surgery, so she has a pump that delivers medication to her daily and throughout the day, in her belly. And usually she just has to go and get it refilled. They inject a little needle into her belly, into this pump, and refill it with medicine to last the month. But it's been long enough that they are just going to replace the pump today. So she has surgery to replace that pump. And I'm trying to find somewhere to set my camera. So they're going to be refilling that pump, or replacing that pump, and so Tim has to take her up to the hospital up in Erie where it's getting done, and that's an hour drive. She has to be there at 5:30, so he's over there now to help get her ready, get her kind of sponged up, because she doesn't shower anymore. She just takes sponge baths. Anyways, completely getting way off topic. I'm gonna do a first response. I don't have any cheap tests. And I did test yesterday with a first response as well, because I didn't, like I said, I don't have any of the cheapies except for all I have for cheap tests is this easy at home early pregnancy test. These with Austin, Ella, and River, I never got positives on until I was 6 days after I was supposed to get my period. So I don't use these until later to help confirm and make sure my line's getting darker. I have a clear blue, I have the first response, and I have an equate blue dye test, which I don't like using the blue dyes, so all I'm going to be using is a first response. Now, I took a first response yesterday morning. I kept my pee. That's not what I'm using today, by the way. Just wanted to clarify that. Makes me look a little less red. I took a first response yesterday morning, and I swear I see a faint second line. And I took a rapid as well. Why am I so pink? What if I turn this light off? The lighting sucks in this bathroom. Anyways, so I took a rapid, which I wrote on the back, rapid. I swear I still see something, but we're gonna find out. Hopefully today. Whether there's a true line or an indent line. Just wanted to flip this around so you guys could see these tests. I tried to take pictures of it, but it was not showing up. But I swear there's a second line on both of them, a very, very, very faint second line. Oh. And I swear it's got pink to it on both of them. So I'm gonna retest, see what happens. I am 11 DPO today. I took a digital yesterday after I got home with the same pee from this morning. yesterday morning with the same pee that I took those two, and it came back negative, but like, oh my god, I hate this lighting. But like, I don't know. This, I did not even want to buy this set. I wanted to have 2 of the regular line tests, but I didn't realize until I got home and took the packing, like wrapping off of it, so it's ours now. So we're gonna open it, and inside the box you have the traditional first response pregnancy test instructions, the digital pregnancy test instruction, the digital test, and the regular test. So the digital test I'm just going to put back in my drawer. I'm not going to take it until I know for sure that I have a second line and that I can see that yes on it. So I saved my pee from this morning. Got those cups at Dollar Tree. Just a little tidbit. They're paper cups. You guys can see. Hasn't been used, so I'm going to dip it for 5 seconds. Replace the cap, lay it flat. I'm going to save that cup again just to make sure the dye is like it's starting to move across. I always make sure before I cover it up that the dye does start running, otherwise you never know what's going to happen. So I'm going to save that just in case. I may end up running over to Dollar General in a little bit, see if they have any of the cheapies, obviously once they open up, because it's 4:20 in the morning. So we're just gonna give this a try and see what happens. I mean, if it's negative, it's negative, but if it's positive, that's great. With our first loss, when we lost Austin, my first cycle after having the DNC is when we got pregnant with Ella. So this is our first cycle after losing River, and I'm really hoping that that 1 day cycle or 1 cycle difference helped, like, because we got pregnant with Ella the first cycle. I'm really hoping we get pregnant this time first cycle. I'm really hoping. I would love to announce on Christmas, but it's not gonna be, I think Christmas is gonna be too soon. We'll probably end up waiting until Valentine's Day again to announce, because like I said, we are not announcing right away. This time we're gonna wait until we're in like the clear zone, or what they classify as the clear zone, because you know, obviously with Austin we bypassed that clear zone by 3 weeks and still had a loss. So we're gonna wait. I'm gonna shut the camera off for a second. I'm gonna blow my nose, don't want that on camera, and then I'll come back and we'll look at the test. Alright, I turned it over, or turned on the overhead lights, and it's been giving me that like pink hue, and maybe it's just my body since I like just woke up, but we're gonna ignore that and we're gonna look at this test together. So like I said, I had it covered up here. It's looking negative to me. Yeah, I'm not even seeing that second line that I was seeing yesterday. I guess at this point, I'll probably just end up waiting for my period. I'm just gonna go ahead and dump that cup because there's nothing on this one, so there's like no even faint line. Like there was on yesterday's. Oh, I kind of see something, but it doesn't look like it has pink. I don't know, I'm gonna leave it sit, see if it gets any darker, because usually that's how my first responses are. If it's positive, it's like really early on, it'll get a little darker as it dries. So I'll see before I make any decisions, but I feel like I see something now, but it's probably just my eyes playing tricks on me because I really want to be, but I guess I'll probably just check in with you guys in a little bit, let you guys know what the game plan is. If it doesn't get any darker and like start to look like an actual line, then I will most likely just get rid of my cup from my pee this morning, dump my pee, and just wait until my period because I am due to start my period. Let me see. Let it load up. I'm due to start on Monday. So today's Thursday. We'll have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I'm due to start Monday. So I guess I will keep you guys updated. Alright guys, so it is Sunday, December 19th. I ended up taking a test yesterday, 12 DPO. Honestly, just expected it to be negative. I did not expect to see anything. I had gotten negatives up until that point. Even 11 DPO, I had negatives. But I took the test and I was like, no way. Well, yes way. I did not get to record my reaction immediately because we had a family day yesterday and we weren't home. And when we were home, you know, Tim was home and everything. So obviously, like, I don't like to vlog when he's home. And I wanted him to know before, you know, anyone else. But I ended up taking this one with me yesterday after I took it and everything. I threw it in my purse so I could keep looking at it like, do I actually see something? I couldn't get a very good picture on my phone, so I'm hoping it'll show up on camera, but we'll see. I think this test that I took this morning that was faulty, and I'll show you guys why here in a minute. But it still shows it's a positive, but I'll show you guys why I think it's like faulty. But this is yesterday's test. It'll focus. Do you guys see the second line right there? So that's the test I took yesterday, 12 DPO. I ended up taking this one after we got home. It showed negative at first, but after these ones dry is when I get positives when it's super early. But the line ended up getting even darker. It's pink. I don't think it's an evap line because this test did show it was positive yesterday. So I don't believe it's a dye run or evaporation line. I'm pretty sure that's like a really, really positive. Not really, really positive, but anyways, this test, you guys see how it's like stopped right there? It didn't go fully across. So it is like faulty, but there is that second line there too. See it? So at this point, focus. I'm saying I'm pregnant. if I am pregnant, due date would be around August 23rd. I'm gonna have to call my doctor tomorrow because obviously they were closed Saturday and Sunday. So I'm gonna have to call my doctor tomorrow, see about getting in for some blood work and getting Lovenox. Because if you guys don't know, I do have factor V lead-in, which is a blood clotting disorder during pregnancy. And I'm gonna have to start taking Lovenox because we think that's why I've had the past 2 miscarriages. One at 15 weeks, 4 days, and one at 10 weeks, 2 days, I believe is what it was. But a blood clot can form, and it usually goes to the placenta. It could be in the cord, you know, to the baby. It could be in the placenta itself. But it's just a blood clotting disorder, and we think that's why my past 2 miscarriages have happened, because my doctor is really sweet and she did not want to wait until I've had a 3rd to figure out why they keep happening. So now that we kind of have an idea, we can generally try, you know, we can try to prevent it, unless there's obviously something that, you know, genetically abnormal with the baby. But you know, we can hopefully try to prevent it. So that's the game plan, hopefully. I don't know if my doctor is going to want blood work confirmation before giving me the Lovenox, or if they will prescribe the Lovenox for me tomorrow when I call. I can pick it up that same day when I go to get my blood work done, and then if my blood work comes out positive, then I can start it. Or if she's going to want the blood work to be positive and then double in 2 days before I start it. So I'm not entirely sure how we're gonna go about that, but we're gonna have to figure that out tomorrow morning when I call. So I have to do that. Ella has speech therapy on Tuesday, which if she's not feeling better, I'm not gonna take her. I'm hoping she's feeling better by then though. Right now she's having a lot of coughing and she does have a high fever, so I'm hoping her fever breaks today and that she'll be good to go for Tuesday. We did do an at-home COVID test on me and Ella, and they were both negative. So Tim's not having any symptoms. I have a sore throat today, but I don't know if it's that I'm getting sick or if it's because I we were screaming at the bowling alley because it was so loud in there we could barely hear each other talking normally. So we're not sure if that contributed to my sore throat or not, but yeah, so as of right now, I'm pregnant, due date of around August 23rd. I'll keep you guys updated, and this video is not gonna get posted for a few weeks, so yay. Okay guys, so I was sitting here editing, trying to upload or like edit the video where I talk about like what all happened and everything with the pregnancy that we had found out about. Couldn't find the footage. I don't know if it's just mixed in and I didn't like see it. I just like skipped over it, or excuse me, or what happened. But I wanted to come on and let you guys know about what happened. I just finished eating one of these balanced breaks. Anyways, so we got up on December 18th, which was Tim's birthday. We were gonna go out with me, Tim, and Ella. We were gonna go out, spend some time together, have a fun family day. We wanted to stop at like Once Upon a Child and a few other stores, get everything all done and everything before our brother-in-law, sister-in-law, and my nephew came up. They were going to be meeting us up in Erie at around 3, I believe. We left here around noon, 11 o'clock, something like that. Got some stuff done before they came. We got to the bowling alley, got everything all set up. They met us up there. Like I said, we all went to the bowling alley and everything. we bowled 2 games, and then we went to Bob's Steakhouse, I believe, for dinner. Ate dinner, and then Tim stopped at like Home Depot and stuff like that before we went home. But I had taken a pregnancy test the morning of, and I looked at it, and I ended up taking it with me because I could have swore I saw like the faintest of faint lines, like it was there. And I was trying to get a good picture to send to my friend to like be like, hey, do you see this? I couldn't really get it to show up on camera that well. Ended up taking a test that night when we got home, and it was positive. It was faint, but it was positive. Took a couple of tests a couple of days later. It was positive. It wasn't very dark, but it was more noticeable. Like, it wasn't faint. It was obviously there. Called my doctor on December 20th, I believe. Yeah, December 20th I called my doctor, so 2 days after I found out, because obviously they were closed Saturday and they were closed Sunday. Called them December 20th. I went up on the 21st to go get blood work done. My blood work came back, and at this point it had been 1, 2, 3, 4 days since I had found out. My HCG numbers came back resulting in a 10.9. And I knew in my heart that this was not going to be a successful pregnancy. I was going to lose the baby. I just knew what to expect. At the same type of thing had happened with Ellie and Jared a couple of months prior, like a month or 2 ago. I remember watching her video. She called to see what her HCG blood results were. And hers came back at 10 or 10 point something, and I knew watching their video that she had lost the baby, that's where I was headed to. I found out, like I said, December 18th. My blood work came back December 21st. I found out that the HCG results were 10.9. Called my doctor on the 22nd to figure out like what the next steps were. And they wanted me to go back on December 21st to check my HCG again. They just thought maybe I was super early and everything, and I knew because I had gotten a positive test 4 days prior and my HCG was only at 10. Like, I knew what was gonna happen, but they just wanted to make sure it either rose like it was supposed to or zeroed out at that point. My results came back. I got them on the 21st later that night, and I think it was the 21st. No. It would have been the 28th. So I went on the 21st to get my first blood draw. They wanted me to go back on the 28th and get my second blood draw. That's when it was at 0. And I knew it was going to be at 0 because at that point, things had already happened. So my HCG, like I said, was at 10.9 on December 21st. I went December 22nd and December 23rd knowing that things were not going to go well. But it was just a matter of when things were going to go south and I was going to get my period. Christmas Eve, 2 a.m. on Christmas Eve, I went to go pee before bed and saw that I had things that I needed to take care of. Went down to my dad's Christmas Eve and I was having some really bad cramps, and you guys can click out it now if you want to. It's a TMI, I know, but I had quite thick clots coming out. It was just not good. And we didn't tell anyone, so I just didn't, like, I didn't even really tell my dad. I kind of did, but at the same time I didn't. And with that, like, I was sick on top of that, so I was coughing. And if you guys ever have to cough while on your period, you guys know it's not fun. So December 24th is when I started my period. At that point, I was 6 days late. I was pregnant, but at the same time, like, the pregnancy had been lost. I had a chemical pregnancy, and it really took a lot out of me. I'm trying not to cry right now. You know, I was so excited. I was gonna tell my sister-in-law because I always tell her like first thing. And the day I found out Tim's birthday when we all went bowling, I tried, like, it was so hard not to tell her. I wanted to tell her because I tell her before anybody. Well, you know, besides Tim. But, I was really excited and ended up in a loss that makes the third loss. One was the first trimester. Well, one was the second trimester. One was a 10 week, so first trimester. And one was the chemical, which is like within the first 5 weeks. I was technically like 4 weeks and 5 days, or 4 weeks and 6 days. So, I called my doctor on the 27th and asked them, I told them, like, explained to them what was going on, told them I had started having my period at this point. Like, it was a miscarriage, but it was, like, you know, and they still wanted me to go back on the 28th to get another blood results to make sure that my numbers had zeroed out at that point, and they had. But Christmas Eve and Christmas Day were really hard. Like I said, I was not going to announce to anybody except for family until Valentine's Day. I was going to have another Valentine's Day announcement. But that ended up getting tossed right out the window super quick because obviously we're not pregnant. And having to go through a miscarriage on Christmas, it was so hard. I tried not to cry the entire day. Tim ended up telling my sister-in-law what had happened because I had to come back over home and change because I can't use the bathroom over at my mother-in-law's house because Tim's stepdad would, like, he has a conniption fit if people use toilet paper and flush it. Like, he has a fit because he has to keep getting his septic pumped, and I would rather just walk over here and take care of things over here, especially with having to change a pad. But Tim told her what had happened, and she came over here after I did, and, you know, we talked, and I had a cry, and I got back over to my mother-in-law's house, and I started having some really, really bad lower back pain. And, you know, she was rubbing my back, and my mother-in-law asked if everything was alright. I just told her I was on my period, because I didn't want to tell her that, you know, we lost another baby. So, that's why I just kind of took the rest of the year off, because I was just so done at that point. Like, I was just ready for 2021 to be over, because, you know, I know people go through it a lot more often than I do, but having 2 losses, just, so I just wanted you guys to know, and I'm gonna put in the title of the video, like, positive pregnancy ends in loss or something like that. And I wanted you guys to know before I continued on posting, just in case something gets mixed up in there and I start talking about a pregnancy or something like that that was supposed to go into my TTC video, which is this one, because I have some other pregnancy test videos and stuff. But it's been super hard on me. Not so much the last couple of days, but like Christmas was just not fun. I wanted to stay in bed and just stay in a ball, but at the same time, like, I couldn't because I wanted to make Christmas magical for her, for my daughter. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this out because I know this is probably gonna be a long video, but I wanted to explain to you guys all like what happened and why I left, and yeah, I'm back though. So I'm hoping to upload more. I'm hoping to get more comments to be able to talk with you guys and just go through life with you guys. So